Thank you very much.
Please come back again soon.
My name is Yuto Takahashi. I own and operate the restaurant Ristorante Scott with my wife Karumi. Sup?
Yabao, welcome.
Welcome.
The usual?
Yeah, thanks. This person is Yabao Gesui. He is also a restaurant owner, and he operates a restaurant nearby called Yabate. He has different days off from us, so whenever his restaurant is closed, he often comes here and visits us. I was grateful for that, but there was one thing that bothered me. I always felt that Yabao and Karumi were strangely close.
Thanks for always coming every week, Yabao.
The food here is delicious after all. And plus, I wanted to see you, Karumi. Just joking.
Oh, stop it. You know, I am a married woman.
Like I said, I was just joking.
Karumi looks way happier than when she speaks to me. No. What am I thinking? I'm sure Karumi is just being hospitable to a regular customer. However, the truth was that Karumi was also acting strange lately. On the days when Mr. Yabao didn't come to the restaurant, sometimes she would also leave the restaurant in the middle of the day.
I'm gonna go out real quick.
Where are you going? It's still restaurant hours.
You don't need to be so stiff, you know. This is a quiet time and customers rarely come during this time.
Even if there aren't that many customers, there's the cleaning and prep. There's a lot to do.
You can figure it out yourself, can't you? See ya.
Hey, Karumi! Even if it was a generally quiet time, it doesn't mean that there were 0 customers. That would mean that I would have to do the customer service, cooking, and washing all by myself somehow. Thank you for waiting. Plus, until now, we had split up our duties, and I had left the stock management of ingredients and spices to Karumi. That's why, if I try to do everything by myself, there's a lot that I didn't know, and it was difficult. Wait a minute. It looks like the stock is going down a lot faster than I thought. I thought we had ordered a lot more than this. Was there a mistake?
Hello.
Oh, Miss Reina, welcome. This woman was named Reina Okamoto. And about 6 months ago, she stopped into our restaurant for the first time. After she came a number of times to the restaurant, I received her business card, and because she had a pretty rare job, it immediately left an impression. From there, she said that she really liked the taste of our restaurant. She comes in often. Now, she's become one of our biggest regular customers.
You seem quite busy today.
I'm sorry. This is embarrassing to tell you, but my wife went out somewhere for the day and I don't have enough hands to go around by myself, and just now, things finally calmed down. Seriously, I have no idea where she went.
What? Miss Karumi left the restaurant without telling you where she's going?
That's right.
Huh?
Wait a minute. Do you know something that I don't?
Oh, no, well, I just happened to see her on my way here.
Welcome, Miss Karumi.
Oh, hey, Suzuki. How are you? Is Yabao here?
Yes, he's here. She was at Mr. Yabao's restaurant. Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have said something I shouldn't have.
No, not at all. I'm the one that asked. It's much better than knowing and having it hidden from me. Just as we were having that conversation, a few other customers came in and I instantly became busy again.
If you'd be okay with it, can I help you?
No, please, it's fine. And plus, I'm sure you're busy for your own work as well.
It's okay. Today is my day off anyways.
Well, if you insist, then yes, please. I could really use your help. From there, from taking orders, delivering food, and cleaning up after customers, Miss Reina moved swiftly and helped a lot in the restaurant. See, she later told me that she used to work part-time at a restaurant, but even still, being able to do this much so suddenly was really amazing. Thank you very much for today, truly. I will pay you for the shift later.
No, please, don't worry about it.
Of course I'm not going to let that happen.
I did this on my own accord, and it was actually quite fun to be able to move around like this for the first time in a while. But in that case, maybe next time I come to this restaurant, I'll take a cup of coffee?
That's a very easy ask. That day at night, even when I got home, Kurumi wasn't home. I was waiting for a while, and she finally came home late at night. But Kurumi didn't seem to have any guilt whatsoever. Kurumi, you can't just do this to me or the restaurant.
Because when I was talking at Yabaro's restaurant, time just flew by and I didn't know. Sorry.
But I didn't have time to be arguing with Kurumi. Recently, the cost of ingredients had been going up, and every month we were in losses. Business at our restaurant was going downhill. And right at that time, it seemed that Kurumi didn't love me anymore, because she started going out even more often than she did before. And multiple days continued that she didn't come home. She's not answering. Where on earth is she going, leaving work like this? Could it be Mr. Yabao's restaurant again? It really bothers me what Kurumi is up to, but I have to get to work. At this rate, we are going to have to close. I can't do the same thing that I've been doing this whole time. I need to find another way. I know! As a way of getting things back, I decided to develop a new menu. That being said, I wasn't just going to make any kind of menu. I was going to use the most popular menu items as a base, and my strategy was to create more variations of those. I don't think it's bad, but just tasting this by myself is hard to be confident about the flavors. Between how busy work was and my situation with Kurumi, I was getting close to reaching my limit physically and emotionally. And to taste test in that situation, I didn't have any confidence that I would be able to make anything good. If only there was somebody that could help me. Just one person. The person who came to save me and lent me her help was Miss Reina. On her days off from work, she helped me to develop the new menu together.
It's delicious, but I feel like there's not enough impact as a new menu item.
Well then, let me try putting in this olive oil. This is actually a pretty rare one that isn't used in most restaurants.
Oh really? That might be good.
I'm sorry. On your day off of work, you're having to do this with me.
No, not at all. Doing this is very fun.
What? Fun? Does that mean she has fun with me?
Oh no, I mean, cooking is fun, isn't it?
Cooking? Oh, yes, of course. It is fun, isn't it?
That's why I don't hate this at all.
Right, of course. What was I thinking? After that, as usual, I wasn't able to get a hold of Kurumi. If I didn't hear from her at all, of course I would be worried, but Kurumi was posting on social media, so it looked like she was doing fine. Kurumi, she hasn't come home for 3 days already. What is she doing? Right at this time, unexpectedly, I received a phone call from Kurumi herself. Kurumi? Is that you? Where are you right now?
Who cares where? More importantly, we need to talk.
At least answer my question first.
There's actually somebody that I've been dating for a while now.
Huh?
So, can we break up?
What? Wait, what are you saying? Kurumi, you were married to me. And yet, what do you mean there's somebody that you're dating?
That's why I'm asking you to break up, right? I'm gonna bring him over here soon, so we can talk about the details then.
However, the next day, Kurumi did actually bring her so-called boyfriend back to our house. And that boyfriend was...
Hello.
Mr. Yabao?
I decided to start over and have a fresh start in life with Yabao. I'm sure you realize that by now, don't you?
I did think you guys were close, but I didn't think that you were that close.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Wait a minute. This smell. Could it be? No, but there's no way.
Unlike you, Yuto, Yabao's restaurant is actually doing well. That's why I know that my future is secured if I stick to Yabao.
It seems like your restaurant is struggling quite a bit, Mr. Yuto. It's true that recently prices have gone up, but we use originality and ingenuity to keep our ingredient costs down. So if anything, we're doing better. I suppose this is a difference in our talent.
What?
Anyways, I'm going to get remarried to Yabao and start over, so hurry up and divorce me. Also, don't forget about the settlement fee. I'll settle for $30,000.
Huh? Settlement fee?
We're going to live happily ever after with that money.
I'm so glad I was able to meet you, Yuto. Until now, because of that unexciting guy, I've struggled this whole time, but now I can finally be happy.
We're also about to get 30,000 soon, too. I'm not gonna make you struggle for money ever again.
Yuto, thank you.
Hey, can you stop? Flirting with each other in my house in front of me? After being treated so terribly, my anger wouldn't subside. If Kurumi says that she wants to get a divorce, if anything, that would be my wish. But there was one thing that I simply couldn't understand. Why should I be paying a settlement fee? I haven't done anything wrong, have I?
Excuse me, what are you saying? You're the guy, so that's obvious, isn't it?
What do you mean?
You don't know? In a divorce, what happens is that the man has to pay the woman a settlement fee. Even when you look at celebrity divorces, it's always like that, isn't it? And even on dates, usually the man pays, so the woman is always on the receiving end.
No, a settlement fee is supposed to be paid by the person who caused the reason for the divorce. And it has nothing to do with man or woman.
You're a lot more clueless than I thought, Mr. Yuto. Of course your business wouldn't go well.
So you better pay $30,000, otherwise I'm gonna sue you.
Sue me?
Well, that's that. So please do make sure you prepare it properly. And soon.
Of course, I didn't have any objections in regards to getting a divorce from Kurumi. But the settlement fee was a different story. Even if I knew that I hadn't committed any crimes, they said that they were going to Zoom. I wasn't able to keep calm about it. It's definitely better if I discuss something like this with a specialist. And that specialist would be... It was Miss Reina. Her occupation was actually a lawyer. She was a specialist in the law.
An inquiry? Did something happen?
Yes, well, a lot happened. Oh, but of course, I will be paying you for your services.
Please don't worry about that at all.
I told Miss Reina about everything that happened the day before. But then, Miss Reina became angry, as if it was her own situation.
What the hell is that? That's unforgivable, to the point where I want to barge in on them right now if I could.
Well, please calm down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Even though I'm usually in the role that I have to tame my emotional clients, when it comes to you, Mr. Yuto, I couldn't help it.
What?
Oh, no, nothing. Anyways, I understand the situation now. Of course, there's no need for you to pay any settlement fee, and if anything, you should be receiving it.
That's what I thought. Thank goodness.
Well, then let's start preparing for a retaliation.
Miss Reina is so reliable.
First, we need to sort out the current situation. It can be the smallest thing, but if there's anything that you remember or thought that was strange, please tell me. That might become the unexpected key to our retaliation.
The smallest details. Let's see. From that day forward, I had multiple meetings with Miss Reina, and we continued to prepare our strategy to collect a settlement fee from Kurumi and Yabao. And then, 1 week later, I visited Yabao's restaurant together with Miss Reina.
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Yuto. I was wondering when you would show up. We were waiting.
You brought the settlement fee with you, right? Well done. Huh? And that woman with you, isn't she?
It's Miss Reina, who always comes to the restaurant.
Oh, was that it? Well, regular customers at your place are none of my business anymore. More importantly, hurry up and give me the settlement fee. You better have prepared $30,000, right? You two are the ones that are going to be paying the settlement fee. Here's the official collection notice. Please have a look. Excuse me? What are you saying?
Are you telling us to pay $30,000?
It's not $30,000. It's $50,000. $50,000? Wait a minute. I'm a woman. Why should I have to pay a settlement for you? Male or woman doesn't matter. Male or woman doesn't matter when it comes to settlement fee.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. Did you forget what Miss Reina does for work?
Oh, I remember. Aren't you a lawyer?
Lawyer?
In this situation, things ended in a divorce because of the affair that you two had. On top of that, in addition of the settlement fee, for all of the ingredients that you were taking out of Mr. Yuto's restaurant, we'll be collecting every penny for that. What? Ingredients? What are you talking about?
I know nothing about that.
Please don't play dumb. We've already investigated everything. Recently, our stock was disappearing way faster than before, and I thought it was strange, so I looked into it. That was when I found out the tiniest amount was being taken away every time, so that it wouldn't be easily detected.
Are you trying to say that I stole it?
The person who directly stole it must have been Kurumi. You were secretly carrying them here behind my back, weren't you?
Who knows? What are you talking about? You don't even have any proof, and you're just coming up with some weird accusations.
Well then, what was that smell before?
Smell?
When these two came to my house, Mr. Yuto smelled like the olive oil that you use in my restaurant. So isn't that something that you stole from our place?
Olive oil can be found anywhere. That's no evidence.
Actually, I am importing that olive oil specially, so when I confirmed with the distributor directly, he told me that there isn't any other shop in this area that uses that olive oil. Which can only mean that Kurumi stole it from the restaurant and gave it to Yabao.
What? Where do you have that kind of proof? The smell in your memory may have just been made up in your mind.
No, I definitely didn't make it up. Since I walked into this restaurant, I can still smell a faint lingering of that olive oil.
And plus, the fact that the ingredients and spices that Kurumi has been bringing in from Mr. Yuto's restaurant were in fact being used in this restaurant, and that was confirmed by Mr. Suzuki. Isn't that right, Mr. Suzuki?
What? Suzuki said that?
Yes. Miss Kurumi was always showing up here with ingredients and spices, but I never knew where she got it from. But when I was listening to Mr. Yabao and Miss Kurumi's conversation, I realized that they were being stolen from Mr. Yuto's restaurant. And when I found out, it made me feel really terrible. Just as I was feeling bad about not saying anything, Mr. Yuto and his lawyer came to speak to me and said they were doing an investigation. So, that's when I told them everything.
What have you done?
It's a mistake to be blamed, Mr. Suzuki. All he did was tell the truth, that's all.
Thanks to Miss Kurumi embezzling all kinds of things for you, your restaurant was able to minimize all your costs, and that's why your business was doing so well.
That's not true. That's just Suzuki making stuff up. I'm ordering all of my things through proper channels.
That's right. What proof do you have that I brought it here? Well then, in return, do you have proof that you were ordering properly? In that case, please show me the receipts of your produced orders. If we compare that with your menu, we will quickly be able to tell.
Hirumi and Yabao were no longer able to make excuses, and all they could do was to accept that they would have to be paying a settlement fee. After that, Hirumi and I officially got divorced, and from there, we became strangers. In order to pay the settlement fee, Hirumi and Yabao had to run the restaurant and pick up other jobs. And apparently, they're having to work from early morning until late night around the clock. However, the restaurant is having to deal with a higher cost of ingredients, and so, they've been struggling to make a profit, and I heard it's on the brink of closing. Yabao's restaurant might have to close, and we may not be able to collect the settlement fee from them.
Don't worry, if it comes to that, then they will have to sell the restaurant, and that they can pay the settlement fee with the money.
I see. This is why you're amazing, Miss Reina. For the record, Suzuki, who helped in our retaliation, is now happily working at my restaurant. Not long after that, one day, Kurumi showed up at my restaurant. I was wondering what she was going to say, but then...
Hey Yuto, why don't you and I start over? I'll get back together with you, so you can take away the settlement fees payment from me.
Huh? Are you a kid?
Are you kidding me? You know what? Ever since the first time that I met Mr. Yuto, I thought he was an amazing person, but he was married, so I held back my feelings, and yet... I can't believe that you would throw away an amazing person like Mr. Yuto and run off with another guy. And just because things aren't going well for you, you want to get back with him? Obviously, there's no way I'm gonna let that happen. That's enough already! I feel bad about it. You don't have to get that pissed off.
Hirumi was completely overwhelmed, and she went running out the restaurant.
I'm sorry.
Not at all. I had no idea that's how you thought of me. After that, to keep up with the rising cost of ingredients, I had no choice but to raise my menu prices. Even still, the customers came back, and they graciously accepted their increase in prices, saying that the food had that much value. I also completed the new menu that was in development, and the restaurant was even busier. Miss Reina also started bringing her colleagues to the restaurant, and she started coming even more than she used to before. I'm sorry. You're always coming here for the restaurant. Thank you very much.
That's not it. I'm not coming for the restaurant. I come here because I want to see you, Mr. Yuto.
What? Miss Reina? It was 1 year after that. Reina and I started dating. But that's a story for another time.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. And don't forget to check out our other episodes too. According to my calculations, you are about to like and subscribe to our videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.